We're in the marshes in an area off northwest Georgia's Black Sea coast, listening to the frogs. They, the cows, and 52 different types of bird have free rein in this natural wildlife reserve. Now imagine, if you will, this city rising up from the marshes. Lazika, a so-called instant city along the Chinese model, to be built from scratch and at lightning speed.
Making Georgia the economic hub within the Caspian Sea region and the Black Sea region, as well as important Eurasian regional highlight.
A new port city to facilitate trade along the Silk Route and to provide entrepreneurs with the ideal economic and legal environment to live and do business. And the birds will have a home too. There'll be a special section to preserve the wildlife right in the heart of the city.
If we want to be exceptional, and if we want to create truly this hub economy, and if we truly want to create an open economy for the rest of the world to come and invest in Georgia, we have to be creative. And when you don't have natural resources such as oil and gas, you have to be very creative. So Lazika is being very creative.
At the project's northernmost tip, a new tourist resort is nearing completion. Russians used to come here on holiday in Soviet times, but that's all vanished now. On the seafront, Georgi Sordia is collecting rubble to build up parts of his home so he can open it up to tourists.
Here what you see were fancy hotels. It was very beautiful here in the Soviet period. But in the 90s, when there was a war with Abkhazia, everything was destroyed and then swept away by the sea. So these are the remnants of hotels and bars that were here, and now everything will be rebuilt.
Unemployment in Georgia hovers at around 16%. Lazika means jobs for the 20,000 or so living in the wider area, most of whom make ends meet through agriculture. So far, all the construction you'll see for the city of Lazika is this pier, but imagine in 10 years' time a bustling port and a futuristic city housing 500,000 people. That's what the government says it's going to look like, but it does beg the question when I look at this wasteland in front of me, whether that will ever actually happen.
So this is where the future Lazika coastline will start.
I speak to Eva Davitaya, who's in charge of getting the project off the ground. Have you got international investors who say, right, fine, we're going to give you cash?
Well, we don't have the investors who are ready to give us a cash right now, but there is quite high international interest from their side, and particularly from the former Soviet republics, from Arab countries, from Israel and others.
Just 20 kilometers south of Lazika is Georgia's most important port, Poti. When we asked the truckers at a local kiosk what they think of a second port city being built just up the coast, it provokes furious debate.
Here is the city of Poti. It's in ruins, so before a new one is built, it's better to restore this city.
What do I think about Lazika? That it's all good. It will be a good city, people will be employed there. What's better than that?
The plans aren't really off the drawing board yet, though the government says expect to be able to move here in 5 years' time. For now, Lazika belongs to the cows, who have some time to wallow in the mud, whilst the planners engage in a bit of blue sky thinking. Diana Magne, CNN, Lazika, Georgia.